between Stoke City and the Hong Kong Football Association under-21s. And your teams. For Stoke City in 1, Harry Aston, 5, William Edwards, 3, Joel Taylor, 6, Lewis Banks, 10, Oliver Shepton, 2, John Pringle, and 9, Don Telford. And for HKFA 21s is 1, William Tuck, 3, Lau Hoffman, 5, Wong Yu Ho, 2, Yu Koi Hong, 9, Yu Ho Ming, 4, Chung Wai Kern, and 10, Lai Lok Yi. So this is the main play final of the Hong Kong Football Club City Soccer Sevens 2016.
So welcome back to the recommencement of the action. This is the plate final between Stoke City from the English Premier League, playing in their change strip of black with the green flash, against the Hong Kong FA under-21 squad, playing in all red. The Stoke City team rather disappointed not to be playing in the cup competition, but certainly acquitted themselves well and get into a final. And they are against the Hong Kong FA under-21s, which is the development squad for the national team, who beat Kitchee, another youth team, in the semi-final. Neil Jensen, one would suspect that Stoke should dominate this, but you never quite know.
Yeah, they would hope to win it, but in a one-off game, anything can happen. But you would imagine that the Premier League quality from England would show through.
Stoke pushing forward now. Ollie Shenton. Pringle. Referee awards the corner. First attacking move for Stoke City. It's been something of a testing weekend for them. Still an opportunity to go home with some silverware. Shenton losing out. The ball going all the way back to Harry Yested. It's Telford. Scored a goal in the semi-final win. Running up the defence. Can't come away with the ball though. Under 21's just taking the pace off things. Yu Ho Min playing at the back. Certainly we've seen a number of the teams with what may be described as very patient build-ups, Neil.
Especially the local Hong Kong teams. They know how to play sevens. Kenneth Kwok, the manager, the under-21s, he'll have drilled them well. Played with him in this tournament 10 years ago. He knows what he's doing. But the young lads, they need to be positive. You can see here, he's knocked the long ball. Just lacking a little bit. But they need to keep pushing, because Stoke City will score in this game.
Shenton to Edwards, back to Shenton again. He has a runner in Telford. And there's an overlap. Shenton won't be able to keep that in. Under 21's ball. Yu Hong already in no hurry to take it. Only 3.5 minutes gone in the game. Clearly there's been a lot of football played this weekend. Temperature today getting up into the early 30s, especially when the sun was out. So some pretty draining conditions for these players. Trying to get some urgency in, but the Stoke defence is putting pressure on the under-21s, forcing them to go backwards. Hughes up there. Referee gives a corner, came off one of the defenders. Chung Wai Kung getting the corner he wanted. Well, the under-21s, I think, could be very proud of themselves reaching this stage of the competition, considering the level of football that's been played this weekend.
Absolutely, but he's in no hurry to take this corner, is he?
Yes, the pace of the game has dropped considerably. Oh, well, that's a great through ball. Lai Lok Yin not quite able to get on the end of it. Yu Hong, he's been involved in a lot of this first 5 minutes of action. Covers a lot of ground. Sevens does encourage players to roam around the pitch. Stoke City finished 9th in the English Premier League this year, for the second year in a row. Mark Hughes, well liked in the Potteries. Certainly changed the style of play that Stoke City have played from the Toli Pulis era, which was effective but not that pretty. Shenton. Banks and Shenton. Taylor. Two defenders in front of him. Maintains possession with Shenton. Lewis Banks. Shenton once more. Pringle let that run across his body. Trying to open out some space. Taylor has an overlap with Banks. Taylor goes himself. Difficult to get the ball out from under his feet and find the target. Cleared the goal fairly comprehensively. Yu wants some support. Nothing happening in front of him, having to go backwards. Yu Ho Ming. He's been allowed to run. Will he shoot? No, turns across. Banks gets in the way. Lai Lok Yin having to come all the way back. Back to Yu. Chun Hwa Kung. Well, plenty of possession for Hong Kong under-21s, but not too much penetration. Stoke are pretty well organised. Yu Ho Ming. Stoke seem to be content to let the under-21s have the ball. And then taken from them. Harry Isted. Ball being brought out of defence. Good early ball for Pringle to run onto. Trying to come inside. Oh, that was beautiful. That was a great strike into the top corner. Just coming inside onto his left foot. That was in fact Joel Taylor. The move over to the right-hand side was on the left.
Well, thank goodness for that, because That might just open the game up. It was a great run, lovely goal. It's hard to see on the TV, but when Stoke get the ball, under-21s have been defending in almost a pyramid, with the base of it just in front of the goalkeeper, and it's very, very hard to get through that. Very, very defensive. So that opens it up now. Under-21s, if they want anything from this game, anything from this final, they've got to come out now.
Joel Taylor putting Stoke 1-0 ahead. Nearly 9 minutes gone in this first half. Rather cagey first 9 minutes until a little bit of brilliance from Joel Taylor, bringing the ball into his favoured left side, finding the top corner of the net. More questions now being asked of the under-21s, having to be more positive. Ball given away. Shenton comes out with it. It's caught in possession. Counter-attack possible now. Lau got a man over. Coming inside to shoot. Just a lack of understanding. Wong Che-ho thought there was a man behind him, but he'd made the run into the middle of the box. So once more, Stoke are on the attack. Pringle. Referee blows his whistle. So there we have the half-time score. Stoke City 1, Hong Kong FA under-21s 0. And a well-earned break for both sides. Two different team talks coming up, Neil. Stoke far happier out the two for that first 10 minutes.
Yeah, but they don't look entirely safe at the back, do they? Just that final ball, just at the end there, Lai locked in. He ran to the front post from the back post. If he'd stayed where he was, he'd have got an open goal. And Stoke have done well to get this far, but they haven't been fantastic this weekend. Glyn Hodges again. You can see there's a lot of aggression in what he's saying. You've got to get tighter. You cannot stand off. Don't let them in. Kenneth Kwok now just organising them. This is where you've got to stand. This is what you've got to do. Can't sit back anymore. The only problem that under-21s are going to have, in my view, Peter, is that they're now susceptible to getting caught on the break, because they've got to come out and they've got to be positive, and they can't defend the way that they did in the first 6-7 minutes.
Well, certainly the under-21s were playing a lot of keep ball when the score was still 0-0. Very content to take all the pace out of the game. Rather somewhat playing into Stoke City's hands, because if there was going to be a goal on the break, it was rather looking like it was going to come from Stoke City as they soaked up the pressure. Considering the amount of ball that the under-21s had, really their number of attempts on goal was very limited. And they did look susceptible to the speed of Joel Taylor in particular.
Yeah, there's not actually many saves being made in the game, really, when you think about it, which is disappointing for a 10-minute half of 7-a-side on an almost full pitch. Understandably, it's hot. It's the end of a long weekend. This is game number 6 for both of these teams, so it does take its toll on the legs. But you can see Glyn Hodges, he's really, really drilling them. Come on, lads, 10 more minutes. You've got this far. Let's go home with some silverware. But you've got to stay switched on.
Glyn Hodges indeed very animated in his instructions to his team. Crowd clearly enjoying this.
Kim Pang, national manager. Looking at the protégés coming through.
Teams walking back on. Chung Wai Kung had some involvement in the first half. Dom Telford had an eye for goal, scored in the semi-final. Plays up front for the under-18s. So the game is restarted. Stoke then leading 1-0. Just the final of the plate competition for the main side of the draw. Lau, captain for Hong Kong, under 21s. Just playing the ball around. Bong Jae-ho giving it away though. Taylor. Got Telford in support. Got a defender in front of him though. Need to do something special here. Goes back inside to Taylor. Gives the ball away. Great tracking back. Sergio Mona, who's come on as a second half substitute. Getting across to make the interception. So under 21s. Need to get a little bit further up the pitch. Yu Ho Min and Yu Pui Hong had a lot of the ball, but not doing too much with it. Bong Jae-ho still into play, opportunity to shoot here. Just wide. Yu Ho Ming once again getting involved. Couldn't find the target.
Oh, that's a chance, isn't it? Just shanked it past the post. Oh, I think the keeper just about had it covered, but that's a chance. Looking at long again, Peter. Long balls.
Well, the under-21's under some pressure. Ingle couldn't go past the last defender. Lau brings it away. He's got some space to move into. Moves the ball on early. That's Yu again. He has support from Lai Lok Yun. But going backwards, not helping the under-21's cause. Yu. Wong. Lau Hok Ming. Got the return ball. That's a little better from the under-21s. Still find themselves going backwards. And tidied out by Molina. Telford's bundled over right in front of the referee. Free kick to Stoke City.
Clumsy, really, wasn't it? Not a lot in it.
Stoke have restarted. Liam Edwards, centre half. And Taylor. Taylor seems to be very comfortable at any position around the field. Content for Isted just to put some distance on it. Two Stoke players getting in each other's way. Yu able to come away with the ball at his feet. Got Yu on the left. This is certainly an opportunity for Lau. Oh, that's come back off the bar, cleared off the line. It looked to be something of a theatrical falling to the floor at some stage there. But that was a bad miss from the under-21s. Defender on the line, just getting underneath the ball enough to hit it up onto the bar and out again. No goal, said the referee. Under-21 still in possession. It's with Yu. Lau. Shot from distance. Keeper's had to palm that away and concede a corner. And some concerted pressure from the under-21s.
This is much more positive. That clearance off the line, I think it hit his foot, his knee, his head, and then the bar. And there was a shout for a penalty in there as well, but a good advantage played by the referee. This is much, much better. 5 minutes left.
Under-21s making a game of it. Very good to see. Certainly not being blown off course by Stoke. Pringle brings the ball away.
Easton team sheet.
Jonville Pringle has to come back. Sergio Molina. Good use of the goalkeeper. Taylor, the goal scorer. Skips past the first challenge, can't beat the second one. Referee content just to give the free kick. Just let the ball get away from him, Joe Taylor then. Lau Hock Ming. Yi Pui Hong. Back out to Lau. Looking for something up front. Shenton giving the ball to Pringle. Clears his lines, but will be a throw to the under-21s. Tommy Chuk has come on as a substitute in the second half. Wong trying to get through. Goalkeeper just taking as much time as he can off the clock. Early throw out to Joel Taylor. Got some space to run into. And he's got Telford in support, left-footed. Dom Telford's simple tap-in.
A second goal for Stoke City.
Very well finished. Joel Taylor collected the throw from the goalkeeper.
Well, we said at half-time, didn't we? They had to come out, but they were always susceptible to being caught on the break. Very unselfish, but he took the goal well. Dom Telford scored in the semis, now he scored in the final. It's a long way back now for the under-21s. But it's good from the Stoke keeper. He saw the man free down the wing. Some good pace as well, Peter.
So 2-0 to Stoke against the under-21s. As we move into the last almost 2 minutes of this game. Something of a daunting task. Having threatened briefly, the ball coming back off the bar. Somewhat wasted. Long kick into the hands of Harry Istid there. Long kick up from him. Telford with a great takedown. Beats the first defender. Second one just clips his heels. Free kick to Stoke City. Once again, the referee content just with a free kick.
It's a super first touch, wasn't it? It doesn't show you it on there. High ball from the goalkeeper. He's not the tallest of guys either, is he, Dom Telford? Is this Molina? No.
Telford's taking it short. Just maintaining possession, Stoke City, trying to run the clock down. Content with a 2-0 lead. Overlap for Taylor. He's come all the way back. Lewis Banks. It's been quiet in the second half. Mark Waddington, he's also joined the fray. Joel Taylor. Got men with him if he wants them. Went for goal instead. Hakeem Abdullah, he was at the back post. Another substitute recently made.
It's two very unhappy teammates in the box there. Unlike the goal, went for glory, but really, no. If you're going to take that shot, it's got to be the far post. And then the man on the back post gets the touch.
That's cleared the stand. Just running down the clock. We're quite close to the end of the second half. Stoke City with a 2-0 lead. Looks pretty unassailable now. Goal kick for the under-21s. I'll take it quickly. But that is in fact the end of the plate final. Stoke City from the English Premier League running out 2-0 winners against the Hong Kong FA under-21s. And now the winner of the Hong Kong Football Club City Soccer Sevens 2016 plate competition.
As we see this replay here, this was the chance. Here we go. Steps inside, catches in. It's his foot bar. Could have been a penalty as well, Peter.
And that was Liam Edwards on the line. The referee playing the advantage, and that could have been the equalising goal. Instead, a minute or so later, Stoke City ran up the other end. Joel Taylor on the end of a big throw from Harry Ested, just slotting the ball calmly across the goal for Dom Telford to finish left-footed into the bottom corner, and that was game over. So the teams will walk to the corner of the field, to the champions stage to collect their medals. Hong Kong under-21s the runners-up, and Stoke City the plate winners.
I think Kenneth Kwok, manager of the under-21s, will be not pleasantly surprised, but rather pleased with his team this weekend. You know, they've played 6 games, they've got to a final. Young set of lads, they're a development team, they'll have learned a lot, played against guys that have, you know, got aspirations to play in the Barclays Premier League. So they would, yeah, I think you'd be pleased. Whereas Stoke, not a great day at the office yesterday. So all they could do today was win, and they've done it. So I guess they'll be pleased at winning the plate, but a little bit relieved as well. This is the medal ceremony for the runners-up being presented now. Just the under-21 players coming on. They should be quite proud. I'd say they should be very proud of themselves. They've acquitted themselves over the weekend and today. They weren't disgraced in the final. A couple of half chances, the one off the line. If that had gone in, then we might have had a very interesting last 3 or 4 minutes.
It was certainly a cagey game for much of the first half. The Hong Kong under-21 teams allowed to have the ball, but they didn't really seem to be able to do too much with it. It was only when they went behind that the urgency came into their game, and that one opportunity in the second half when they had 2 players in a position to score, somehow it was hacked off the line, off the bar, and then off out of the danger area, and that was really the turning point.
Last-ditch defending at its very best.
So the final medals are being handed out with the coaching staff. A little bit of disappointment on the faces there, but they should be very proud of the achievement this year of reaching a final. That's the furthest that any of these Hong Kong youth representative teams have reached. That certainly is a good step forward.
They'll take some comfort from that tomorrow, and maybe later on tonight. It's disappointing now, nothing worse. It's a long day, watching somebody else lift the trophy. Stoke will be pleased.
And here are Stoke City to come to collect their medals. Harry Ested, the goalkeeper, had a good tournament.
Molina, got high hopes for him, Peter. Came from Real Madrid. Captained most of their youth teams as he was coming through the ranks. So they've spent a bit of money. Stoke really trying to invest in youth, get them through to the first team.
That's Ollie Shenton. He is already part of the first team setup. There's Joel Taylor. So here we see the presentation of the plate. Ollie Shenton receives. Big smiles from him. And many congratulations to Stoke City, who are the main plate champions.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, we are ready for our next final.
This is crowd getting ready for the next game, which is the Shield final, which will be contested between Leicester City, of course, the newly crowned English Premier League champions, and Aston, who themselves are the newly crowned Hong Kong Premier League champions. So two teams who've had highly successful seasons, facing against each other in the Shield final. Now Newcastle United were the victims of Aston, having gone 2-0 into the lead. Aston then were to be pegged back to 2-2, but with a final kick of the game, Moriana Diego Eli scored the winner. And what a peach of a goal it was. He's the captain of this side and incredibly influential in the way that they play. So Leicester City will be playing in blue, and Aston will be playing in white.
Leicester have gone with the team that started the second half in the semi-final. So Musque's on, Chowdhury's on. That was, for me, their strongest lineup, Peter. I think that's the one that they've got to go with here. As you say, Moriera's the main man, and he just sits in front of the back three and behind the front two. He can make a 4, he can make a 3, or he can just play on his own. He was remarkably quick as well, because he's not a small guy.
Yeah, he certainly showed a turn of pace when getting away from players. Brazilian by nationality, plays his professional football here in Hong Kong. So Leicester City started Darnell Johnson, as they did in the semi-final. He was substitute for a lot of the games yesterday. Admiral Musgrave, potentially their biggest goal threat, starting up front. Some discussions going on the touchline. It's Harvey Barnes. Joins us, Mike Riley, former English Premier League referee, gets us underway. So the Shield final in the Hong Kong FC City Soccer Sevens gets underway. Leicester City with Elliot Moore, definitely a centre-back, hardly forays into the opposition half. Whereas Chowdhury, much more of a playmaker. Starts things from the back and happy to move forward. Musgrave puts some pressure on the goalkeeper, makes him make a save. And here is the first touch for Moriera. Mitchell Joff, another player seeing plenty of the ball. Australian by birth. Currently on trial with Aston, looking for a contract for next season. Moriera and Joff. A little bit of keep ball. Nice ball forward. Lee having to go back to Joff. Jung to Wong. Joff again, he's been put under pressure. And pressure is told. Leicester come away with the ball. 20 Miles. Chowdhury. Barnes out to Johnson. Barnes getting back. Chowdhury. 90 Miles. Chowdhury once more. Barnes, who's contribution to Leicester City can't be underestimated this weekend. And a goal has been needed. He's been around to create or score it himself. Pressure telling there. Johnson winning the throw-in. Content to go back. Moore. Chowdhury. Barnes. Barnes once more. Certainly a lot of what Leicester do goes through him. Nice 1-2. First opportunity. And it's taken by Darnell Johnson. Simple goal in its construction, and Johnson took it well.
Disappointed with the defending there, though. He should never have got through to even take that shot. It's a good build-up, good positive start by Leicester. Pass and move. Oh, you've got to be stronger there. Got to get your foot in. Good finish, though.
Johnson, a defender, showing some excellent composure to score the first goal for Leicester City, putting them 1-0 up against Aston. Need to be a far more proactive approach now from Aston. Hung Ching Hung. Hamza Chowdhury. One-on-one with the goalkeeper. What does the referee say about that? It's pointed straight to the spot. And it is Moriera, who may be in a little bit of trouble here. No real doubt that there was nothing between the player and the goal. It doesn't appear that the referee's going to do anything about that. He's awarded a penalty, which Chowdhury will take himself. Finishes comfortably. The same penalty as he took in the shootout earlier today. Finished into the corner. Let's have a look at the replay, though, of the challenge itself.
Yeah, well, we say it's a good penalty, as you say, same as the one this morning. Nice and easy. A couple of steps. But, well, maybe we should thank Mr. Riley, because at 2-0 down after 5 minutes and down to 6 men, I think that would have been game over. Still a chance now, but Moriera was very quick to get out of that situation, wasn't he? He didn't say anything, he just got out of there.
I think he knew he was walking a fine line there, and certainly from the ability of Aston to come back without their captain and playmaker, that would be some task. Bramley gets a touch. Happy just to run down the clock a little bit more. Johnson lets the ball run across him. It's closed down. Just about gets away with that. Moore. Long bunk forward from him. Barnes keeps possession. Moore. Johnson has some time and space. Moore. All the way back to Bramley. Trying to draw in the Aston players. Create some space. And a run from Miles. Cross from him. Just too high for Musgrave. Barnes has come across to the left, to the byline, pulls the ball back. Good defending. Moriera wins the throw-in. Moriera once more. Chowdhury asked him to take him on. Moriera obliges. Goes for the turn. Moriera couldn't keep his head down. and blast the ball over the top. Great move though from Easton, much more promising than we've seen from them.
He's furious with himself, isn't he? He'd have backed himself all day to score that. Oh, just tried to burst the net. Nice little placement would have done.
But Easton are coming forward again. Wong on the left-hand side. Great goalkeeping. Max Brownlee got down. Good solid stop. Autograph. Johnson. Moore. Comes forward to, and then backwards again. Miles. Keeper has to go long, but doesn't get too much on it. Intercepted by Jung. Goes back to Joff. Jung once more. Poor touch from Wong. Hong Ching Hung. Had a pretty good tournament so far. Certainly involved in a lot of the creative stuff. Doesn't do too much defensively. Musgrave goes across to Barnes. Being pulled out. Barnes wants to go himself. But Chung King Ho gets a foot in. Morier and Chowdhury. It's been a good battle between those two.
Yeah, almost. But this is the problem that Easton are going to face now. That they will get caught on the break. They have to take some risks. They wouldn't mind a goal back before half-time, but they certainly don't want to concede another one.
Into the last minute now. Leicester City comfortable with their 2-0 lead. Joff with the header. But Moore through Leicester City. Said Leicester City through Moore. Keeping their possession. As the referee blows for the half-time. Leicester City 2-0 up against Easton. First goal by Darnell Johnson after some nice interplay. Somewhat sleepy defending allowed Johnson to step forward and finish into the corner. And the second goal scored by Hamza Chowdhury from the penalty spot after a foul by Moriera. Diego Eli was seen by the referee, and the penalty was scored. Leicester City, who like to do their team talks in the middle of the park. Steve Beaglehole, who is the under-21 team manager, brought the team out this weekend.
I think you would be relatively happy with that first half. Pretty comfortable in the main. There's a chance for Moriera to get it back to 2-1. Blazed it over the bar. 2-0 up. It's looking fairly comfortable at the moment, but you've got to keep it tight. I think one more goal though, Peter, and that might sadly be game over for this one. If Easton can get one back quickly, then we've got an exciting second half. But if I was the manager now, I'd just be saying, look, I know you're tired, it's hot, the sun's still out, but try and keep the ball. No risk football, try and keep the ball, don't sit back, and keep Moriera off the ball.
There is Chan Yun Ting, the coach of Easton. Trying to round something out of her players. Very lucky to still be on the pitch. I think we had some generosity from the referee. But maintaining a full 7-a-side game certainly adds to the entertainment. Leicester City certainly dominant though. A couple of options for changes for Leicester City. Danny Rowe, who has been extremely effective when running at players with the ball this weekend, and Cairo Mitchell both on the bench. Moriera. Jolf again. Moriera. Jolf runs at the defence. Lee. Long ball for him. Moriera certainly playing a lot more forward than we've seen him. Tactically, perhaps what the coach was looking for, has asked for in this second half. So Jolf will perhaps play the role at the back that Moriera was playing. And here is Moriera. Chowdhury never too far away. Chowdhury seems to have been given the job of marking Moriera.
Lost him there, didn't he? Moriera just dropped to the byline, looking for the pullback. Trying to get some urgency into this now, Easton. Still most of the second half left. Well, there's time. There's certainly the opportunity to get 2 goals. And there's a first look for Lo Chi Kwan, second half substitute. That was a clear-cut chance. Scored. Minimum hit the target, but really should have scored. And if that had gone in less than 2 minutes into the half, you won't get many better chances than that this afternoon.
Moriera. Out wide to Chang Cam To. Moriera. Oh, he's found the foot of Lo Chi Kwan that time. Very effective Route 1 football, switching off at the back by Leicester City. No one has bothered to keep tabs on Lo Chi Kwan. And you have to say, a superb ball to find him from the back.
He's like a quarterback, isn't he? Look at this. Picks up the pass, launch, one touch, goal. That's a fabulous goal. That really, really is.
The goalkeeper had committed himself. And Lo Chi Kwan scores 1 goal back for Easton. Moriera continuing his play right up front. An opportunity to shoot and scores. Moriera. He's a one-man team at the moment. What a difference this man makes to Easton. Celebrating with some of his Brazilian compatriots over there with USRC.
It's a one-man show at the moment. Wow. Talk about leading by example. He's ran, cut in, slid it in the bottom corner, off to the sportsman's bar end again. He's been one of the players of the tournament for me, Peter.
Well, what a difference this man has made. Create the first goal, pulled it back to 2-1, and then scored the second one himself, 2-2. Leicester City now have it all to do, giving away a 2-goal lead. She was certainly on the other foot with Easton this time.
Exact opposite of what happened in the Newcastle game, isn't it?
Exactly. So Leicester City now have to change their game plan. No longer can they be content just to sit on a lead. That's evaporated. Johnson. And Chowdhury. Barnes. Chowdhury goes long. Matty Miles. Well, connected well with the header, but strayed the goalkeeper. A little bit of confusion there between the two Eastern players. Wong and Moriera. Musgrave wins the throw-in. Referee disagrees with the referee's assistant. Moriera got an overlap. Decides to go the other way. Chowdhury intercepts Lee Hong Lim. First touch let him down. Into the final quarter of this match. Finally poised at 2-all. Seemingly a simple task for Leicester City when they took a 2-goal lead, but they're under a lot of pressure again. And a pullback that time by Chum was just too far. No, Chi Kwan couldn't get on the end of that. Barnes with the forward run. Musgrave scores. Well, that goal came from the bursting run of Barnes. And Musgrave had a lot of work to do in the end, but managed to find the corner of the net.
Leicester have done to Easton what Easton did to Newcastle. 3-2 now. Oh, you're looking for him to make the pass, and he didn't. Could have just laid it off, and the runner would have had an open goal. If he'd have missed that one, Peter, his teammate would not have been happy with him. But he took it, so well done.
Yeah, good footwork from Admiral Musgrave. He's an England youth international, showing his worth there. This game's still not over though. Plenty of life in Easton yet. Chanko Tem coming back to Joff. Wong gets a deflection off a defender. Corner Easton. Into the last 3 minutes, so still time for an equaliser. Should take us into extra time. Lo Chi Kwan, he's made a difference since he's been on. Goalkeeper too quick off his line. Max Bramley maybe suggesting that he was a little bit too slow for the first goal, but certainly plenty of speed shown to snuff out that danger. Danny Rowe, second half substitute. He'll inject some pace into the game. A little bit too aggressive for Mike Riley's liking. Chanko Tam. Rowe. Loves to run at players. Shooting from distance, but not too effectively then. He's a striker. He was a striker at the beginning of his career, but now plays a lot of his football from midfield. Being asked to run at defenders from deeper. Low. Chi Kwan scored the first goal. It's made a difference certainly since he came on in the second half. Rushed clearance, gives the ball back to Easton.
That started from Danny Rowe having a shot, and they're giving away possession. There's a minute and a half left of the game, and a shot that was never ever on. You keep the ball, pass it. There were other options in the box. Easton have got another chance here now.
Perhaps a little bit of fatigue creeping into the Leicester City team. Another attack by Easton. Some quick footwork. found his way through. And a big swing and miss. The crowd enjoying that. But there's been another substitution by Aston as they attack once more. And it was indeed the substitute, Chung Choi Wai, getting on the end of that. He's certainly got some pace, Chung. We've seen him in earlier games. Been something of an impact player when he comes on. But just couldn't keep that shot down.
2 chances there that could have got them back in, and it might be it now. He won't want to see that one again. He won't sleep well tonight. Then Leicester City have just given the ball back again. Crazy. Last minute of the game.
So we're into the last minute. In fact, we're way past the last minute. Mike Riley blows the whistle. Final score, Leicester City 3, Aston 2. And Leicester City are the winners of the Shield.
Here we are again, look. It's just an air shot. How has he missed it? He's got his head back. His shape's all wrong there. Trying to really smash the ball into the net. I think he actually could have taken a touch, Pete.
That was the last chance for Aston as we were running down the clock. Leicester City giving up a 2-0 lead and reversing what Aston were able to do to Newcastle United in the semi-final. And Newcastle came back from 2-0 down, only to concede in the last second of the game. And Moriera scored the winning goal. But I think we must take a moment to talk about Moriera and his contribution to this Aston team. While he's had support around him, he really has played a captain's role this weekend. And the success of Aston in reaching this final and pushing Leicester City so hard does lie in a great way at his feet.
He dug them out single-handedly in that second half. He scored the winner in the last game, which was an absolute gem of a goal. He's had a fabulous weekend, fabulous tournament, and it's no surprise that they've won the league here in Hong Kong. But that game was certainly fitting of English Premier League and Hong Kong Premier League champions, wasn't it?
Absolutely. I mean, that was a final that both teams could be proud of contributing to. Leicester City's clinical finishing has just made the difference from them. And the 2 goals that were scored by the Aston team, quality themselves, but just didn't have enough to get a third to equalise the game and to take the game into extra time. As Moriera Diego Eli goes and collects his runners-up medal. And the rest of the Aston squad go through as the sponsor Citi presents the runners-up medals. And Wong Chin Hung collects his. And I think Aston will be disappointed not to have taken that to extra time. Certainly Moriera looking a little bit disappointed there. But to go home with a runners-up medal. So congratulations to Aston from the Hong Kong Premier League. Runners-up in the Shield final at the 2016 Hong Kong City Soccer Sevens. So now it's time for the winners to come and collect their silverware. Leicester City, a team that's all of a sudden become accustomed to collecting silverware.
Not been a bad season, has it?
Well, I think we'll be very proud of what they've achieved.
I think their odds of winning silverware this weekend were slightly less than the 5,000 to 1 that they started with at the start of the season in England, though. They might have been a little bit disappointed to lose first thing this morning, but they were very naive for me in the 4 against 4, Peter. And it was a narrow, thin line between that. But then you think, well, Were they good enough to get to the final of the cup? Possibly not. Were they better than Villa? Were they better than West Ham? Maybe not. They're deserving winners of the Shield. And, they've gone with that starting lineup in this game, and to go 2-0 up. Easton had to spend a lot of energy. Getting back into that game. And for that third goal to go in, the shoulders drop. Chances at the end, but I think they deserve it.
Danny Rowe made a massive difference when he came on. Quite a surprise to see him not selected for the starting 7, but he certainly made a difference when he came on. And Sean Brown, Leicester City supporter.
He's been a Leicester supporter, a West Ham supporter. I'll be interested to see what shirt he wears for the next game.
It's great to see him get involved in these medal ceremonies. It's certainly a big part of what the Hong Kong Football Club do in terms of their community outreach. The Crusaders program, helping special needs children and adults get involved in football. It's a fantastic program, and Sean Brown's a big part of that.
And Nigel Merritt done a lot of work. Those guys, it's fabulous. Great to see the special needs, young and old, out on a Monday night playing football. Of course, we had a game down here yesterday. Big crowd. They did a lap of honour. It's the highlight of the year. Sean will be talking about next year's tournament tomorrow.
So now we move to the final of the Masters competition, which we have USRC versus the Citi All-Stars. USRC are the current holders, defending champions. And both these teams had a little bit of a stuttering start yesterday, both having defeats. Citi in their first game were beaten by the Yao Yi League Select, and the football club beat the USRC team, so it was a little bit touch and go, but both of them seen themselves through safely today to the final. Two very contrasting styles. USRC dominated by mainly Brazilian players. Citi All-Stars, a little bit international. Dutch, Czech Republic, Portuguese, Scottish, English, Jamaican. I think Marvin Andrews is certainly from the Caribbean.
He made his name for Glasgow Rangers, of course, played a lot of games for them, and has indeed appeared for the Glasgow Rangers legends on more than one occasions here in Hong Kong. He loves coming out here. Lovely guy as well. Frank as well. Become a regular here in Hong Kong. It's been a long time since the Citibank All-Stars have won, Peter.
And Dion Burton, the blue of the Citibank All-Stars. Sinclair. Frank Sinclair spent a lot of time at Chelsea. And there is Marvin Andrews. Gray getting out the way. David Thompson. Ball deep to Matt Jansen. Some solid defending there. And Mickey Gray. Just the first shot in of the afternoon for Citi. Jansen. Jansen going for goal. Keeper had to be alert.
I'm not sure it was going in, but you didn't want that flashing across the goal. It's a very positive start from Citi. 1 minute gone, already 2 shots on goal. Very brave from Michael Gray as well, diving in there for the shot. We're going to see a short corner, Pete? Nah.
It's gone very long.
Oh dear.
Cut out by Fabio Alcantara. Citi lost possession, rather foolishly. USRC their first chance to come forward. Lukalu finds Daniel. USRC quite casual in their approach. And he continues his run forward. Alcantara Cordero. Long way forward, he's found some space in the middle. And there is Alcantara. Tries to flick the ball over the goalkeeper. Defence had completely lost sight of Alcantara. But USRC knew exactly what they were doing.
It was a great first-time ball to the back post. City were expecting him to take a touch, and he just lobbed it in. I think he should have scored, really. It was good defending in the end, but that's a let-off for City. It's been a great start to the game, though, Pete.
Tony Warner just doing enough to put off the striker. Keep scores level. Thompson's turned. Opportunity. And a perfect finish from David Thompson. Just waiting for the keeper to go down. Chip the ball over the top.
Number 2, David Thompson.
That was a very nice finish.
Bit of a Cruyff turn there. Don't know why he wasn't being marked in the box. Look at this. Wow, that's a lovely turn. Nice finish as well. Retired when he was 27, David Thompson, with bad knees. He's played every game this weekend. I think he'll be ready for a drink when we're finished tonight.
Well, that will depend how the rest of this game goes. Still plenty of time left on the clock, but City have broken the deadlock. But you can never count out USRC. There's undoubtedly goals in this team. Fabio Alcantara is responsible for a lot of those, but Marvin Andrew gets across. Throw in taken quickly. Bit of a nudge on Castro Mendes. So free kick given to USRC. Daniel can't get past the one-man wall. Slightly disappointing. Thompson to Burton. Foot race with the goalkeeper. Doug Ellis. Not that Doug Ellis.
He's looking good for his age, isn't he?
Certainly is. Clears the ball. Alcantara. Nice first touch. Cordero. Holds off the defender well. Still in possession, USRC. Foot in from Frank Sinclair, just breaks up that attack. Janssen. Matt Janssen's career unfortunately cut short with a road accident that put him out of the game for a couple of years. It's great to see him out playing football. Sinclair. A little bit soft there. There's a breakaway. Alcantara. Got men on either side. Tony Warner down to his left. Keeps City's lead intact.
It's two good chances USRC, I beg your pardon, have had. And it started from a mistake, didn't it? Give the ball away. It's end-to-end stuff here.
Well, if there's one thing for certain, even though professional footballers may have retired from their days playing at the top class, they never ever like to lose a game of football.
Oh no, professional pride still intact, never leaves them.
Long ball out from Warner. Cordero judges the ball well. Able to bring it forward. He's got space to run into. Alcantara. Oh, Cordero couldn't take the return pass. It was Daniel that put it back into him. Alcantara had run off to the right as a decoy.
I'm not sure he was expecting to get that ball back, you know. He was almost winding down from the run. He ran a long way unopposed.
Janssen. Janssen gets it back. Thompson. Janssen once more. Finds Burton. Can he get a shot off? He can, but it's blocked. Thompson just a little bit loose with the pass, but not quite expecting it to come back to him. Defensively solid. Castro Mendes and Lukalu. Castro Mendes. Alcantara. Marvin Andrews getting a foot in, disrupting. Out to Daniel. Outside of the boot, Alcantara. Always looking to shoot. Well, perhaps that was a cross to the far post. Cordero, traditionally a defender, he was up at the far post. Alcantara not able to find him there.
They're pushing too hard at the moment, USRC. It's not their game to have shots like that. They would normally pull the ball back, put their foot on it. Just a little bit rattled. City seem to be defending very, very tight.
Warner puts his foot through that. Burton. Referee allowing play to go. Physical from the defender. Thompson again. Actually, that's Mickey Gray. This one gives the ball USRC way. Referee not happy with it being taken so far up the pitch. Should be down next to the corner flag. Mickey Gray, forever the competitor. Made his name at Sunderland. Was capped by England, but no long career with the national side. Alcantara switches the play. Will Cordero meets that? Yep, he's beaten Thompson's challenge. Tried to find Daniel. It's off the post. And City survived. Well, David Thompson couldn't make the tackle. Cordero got away from him.
Well, everybody in the stadium urging him to shoot. Go past the keeper. He actually took the hardest option. It's a very, very good effort. First time. I really think that the shot from Cordero was the better option. Or to go around the keeper. Open now.
Janssen. Lovely skills. Bore the ball down and hit it on the volley. Straight down the keeper's throat, unfortunately, for City. Castro Mendes. And Anthony Taylor closed for half-time. So at the end of an entertaining first half of football, City All-Stars lead 1-0 against USRC. David Thompson goal. Well taken, chip over the goalkeeper. The difference between the two teams. But certainly, USRC are not out of this.
They're not out of this, and I just wonder what City have got on the bench legs-wise. Obviously, Patrick Berger, fabulous player, but he hasn't started many games. Smeech's on there as well. I know he's been struggling a little bit with his knees. David Thompson put in a huge shift in that first half, and I just wonder that challenge there with Cordero towards the end of the half. It was quite a heavy challenge. He had to run quite hard. I wonder how much that'll have taken it out of him. It's late in the afternoon, Peter, but the sun's still out here. It's very, very hot in the stadium. USRC just need to calm it down a little bit, just pass the ball at the right time and shoot at the right time.
They've certainly created the chances. The execution just hasn't been working for them. Struck the post. Tony Warner had to make a couple of saves and had to be alert. Lots of encouragement. There's Eder. He is the coach. Stood there in the middle with a bottle of water. XF China. There's the City All-Stars. Michael Moles just wiping his face.
Yeah, here we are again. Just a little bit too casual for me, that one, Pete. I know the keeper did well to close it down. Here's the turn. Super turn, isn't it? Nice finish. Quite happy with that one. Might watch that one again later.
Well, that was the first time that Lukalu had actually given him a yard. Lukalu's been man marking all of the strikers that they've played against this year, this weekend, and he just gave Thompson that yard, and he took advantage of it.
You know, there was that chance just at the end of the half, wasn't there, where they played the long ball. Janssen had dropped off, and he just sort of fell backwards, didn't get a lot of power in the shot. But it just shows again that USRC could be caught on the break. I'd be very, very surprised if this game finishes at 1-0. I really do feel that there's goals in this second half.
Fabio Alcantara still playing for Yunlong.
About to get the second half underway. USRC 0, City All-Stars 1.
Patrick Berger, Vladimir Smicer, both on the substitute bench. We've seen plenty from certainly from Patrick Berger this weekend. Czech internationals, a pair of them. Daniel allowed to run forward. Miranda. That's Cadero. This is Miranda. Alcantara. There's some overlap. Overhit as well. Daniel was on the far post. Just needed the right weighted ball. Andrews with the throw for the City All-Stars. Thompson under some pressure, does well. Dion Burton has Lukalu for company. Finds Gray. Burton. Thompson ahead of him. Matt Janssen into a striker's position. Followed all the way by Cadero. Tidies up with his goalkeeper. Daniel. Andrews, solid challenge. Thompson's gone for the chip. Beautifully executed. Saw the goalkeeper off his line, and David Thompson, for his second goal of this game, chips the goalkeeper, takes the applause of the crowd.
What a goal.
Oh, but an instant response.
Well, we've seen the replay of the last goal, but what you've missed at home is USRC have gone up the other end and scored straight away. With Daniel straight into the bottom corner. We'll see it in a moment. Possibly the goal of the tournament by Thompson, but suddenly it's 2-1. Goals are plenty.
So the referee stopping the game, just making sure that the kickoff is taken properly. So the players are completely clear what the referee wants them to do. Taylor making sure that the game history started correctly. So you do read that right. It is City 2, USRC 1. There has been another goal in the time to make those replays run. Burton's through on goal and makes it 3-1. What a finish. What a finish through the legs of goalkeeper Ellis. So it's now 3-1.
Can we keep up at home? I don't think we've seen the replay of the last one yet, have we?
We certainly have not yet seen Daniel's goal for USRC. Temper's getting a little bit frayed in the middle. So the half-time prediction that there would be more goals certainly has come to fruition. Thompson tripped from behind. Castro Mendes. Thompson's certainly been on the receiving end of a little bit of rough treatment. All the way through to the goalkeeper, Ellis. Well, the finish of Dion Burton through the legs of goalkeeper. Certainly great evidence of a striker's ability.
Great evidence indeed. But how's this going to finish? 3-1, 4-3, 6-1? Who can tell? It's possibly been the game of the tournament.
And we still have more time to come. David Thompson going back to his goalkeeper. And we'll put some distance on it. Cordero bringing the ball out. Thompson chasing back. Massive reserves of energy, David Thompson. Daniel. Gone for the overlap. Frank Sinclair. No nonsense clearance. Thompson. Janssen. Burton. Patrick Berger's on. And that ball was meant for him, slightly overhit by Dion Burton.
Michael Moles joins the game for David Thompson.
And David Thompson, scorer of the 2 goals, has made way for Michael Moles, Dutchman. As a prolific goal scorer at Rangers. Shot from distance from Matt Janssen, doesn't trouble the goalkeeper. Goal kick. Still plenty to play for as we go into the last 5 minutes. Daniel. Crossfield ball for him, from him. Goalkeeper equal to it, Rodriguez. Chasing the goalkeeper, make sure he picks it up. Somewhat of a scuffed kick. Patrick Berger tidies up. Not men forward, USRC. Daniel on a overlap. Rodriguez running at goal. Not the best effort this afternoon. Daniel on the overlap.
He's limping like he's strained something, but not that. Oh, here's the goal, look. Here we go, straight from the kick-off. Citibank switched off, didn't they, City? It's Daniel's goal. Blinking, you missed it.
Rodriguez to Daniel. USRC back in possession. 2 goals behind. So they need to score quickly. Berger able to bring the ball away. He's got Burton ahead of him. Matt Janssen. Dion Burton. Berger shapes to shoot. Hits the post. Janssen waiting for the rebound, couldn't find it. Desperate defending from Lukalu with Patrick Berger. So unlucky. The ball just coming back off the post. Matt Janssen.
It would have been game over, wouldn't it? Nice strike. He had a lot of time. Very, very close. Came out the inside of the post. Good defending at the end, though.
Matt Janssen thought that was in. USRC not retreating far enough. And a quick corner comes to nothing. Alcantara coming deep. Long ball forward. Fernando's just slightly misjudging that, but no danger. Back to Tony Warner. Won't pick it up any quicker than he has to, as we're into the last 2 minutes. Sinclair. Berger. Sinclair. Moles does well. Janssen's ball's too easy for the goalkeeper. Rodriguez. Daniel just catching Sinclair, who is none too pleased with the attention. Just another demonstration of how committed and passionate these ex-professionals are about this game. Yellow card for Daniel. Taylor having a word with Sinclair.
Credit to the referee for getting in there, saving it from being something worse. It was a bad foul, but you know, Frank's lucky not to get a yellow for that as well, or even sent off. He's raised his hands. Referee got in the middle of it to cut it out straight away. It's not long left now though, Pete.
We are into the last minute. Boa Morte come on as a second half substitute. Just recently joined the game. Berger goes all the way back to Tony Warner, former Liverpool goalkeeper. Back to Berger. Knock on to Moles, but just too far. Goalkeeper tidies up. They'll need to move quickly, but looks like they've run out of time, USRC, as we come towards the last minute. And referee Taylor does indeed blow his whistle. No time added on. Taylor wanting to see an end to this game, with a full complement of 7 players of each side on the pitch. But certainly the City All-Stars were well worth their win. But the USRC really did make a game of it.
It's a great game. Really, really good. Good quality, lots of passion, lots of energy. You know, these guys, 35, 40, 45 years old, playing in the heat. 6 games they've played over the weekend. 10 minutes each way there as well. That's the first time City team have won for quite some time. The PFA team, obviously City, the main sponsors. This is City's first win in the tournament, Peter. They'll be delighted with this. Great for them, great for the tournament.
Well, certainly the strength of the City side was there for all to see. Very solid defensively. Caught a little bit napping in the first game on Friday night. Perhaps not used to the conditions, and perhaps not entirely sure of the level of the opposition. But certainly since that defeat, they've woken up. And there's Boa Morte and Frank Sinclair. 2 players who've played. Certainly Sinclair's played, I think, almost all of the time on the pitch. Boa Morte started most of the games as a substitute. Vladimir Smicer, didn't see too much of him carrying an injury, but we do appreciate his attendance at the Soccer Sevens, and certainly has been the way he's conducted himself and the way the City All-Stars have conducted themselves has been superb.
Absolutely, first class. They're always happy to say hello to people, signing autographs all weekend. And true gentleman, there he is again. He's on the way to get a medal, but then somebody stopped him. Photo, no problem. Sign an autograph, no problem. Michael Moles within there now. They'll be absolutely delighted. Smitra and Berger probably think it happens like this every year, Pete.
Well, someone does win every year. USRC last year were the champions, and this year just couldn't quite do it, but they certainly made an excellent final. Always true competitors, USRC. Highly skilled. Majority of them Brazilian. Football coaches, ex-professionals. And certainly worthy contenders for the final.
There's Webber Lowe from Citibank, from City. Great supporter of this tournament, Webber. Great that he's down here this weekend again, here in Hong Kong. And he'll be delighted that his team have won the Masters this year. But USRC had a decent tournament. They had a little bit of a blip in the group, lost to Football Club, as you say. But they had a good defence of their title, came close, lost in the final, but I'm sure we'll see them back next year.
Yes, congratulations, USRC. Runners-up in the Masters Cup competition. There are the winners, running out 3-2, 2 goals from David Thompson. One of those, a chip from, I'll say 30 yards, he'll probably say 35, it'll be 40 or 50 by the end of tonight.
I'd say it being inside his own half by the time he gets on the plane tomorrow, Pete.
And a 3rd goal from Dion Burton. great. They come up to collect their medals. City All-Stars, Boa Morte, former Arsenal and Fulham, Tony Warner, Patrick Berger, who'll enjoy his game of golf tomorrow.
I think he's had a game today as well, has he?
Marvin Andrews, a winner with 2 teams now, having won with the Rangers All-Stars a few years ago. And certainly a lot of delight. And there is the cup, which will be listed by Trevor Sinclair. They're absolutely delighted.
Finally. Delighted. Webber's delighted, isn't he? There you go, the winning team in the photo.
This is our final game.
Who says it's all about the money, eh? Well done. Worthy winners, see you next year. They'll be limping in the morning, but who cares? We've got a winner's medal, makes it all worthwhile. The action's not finished at home. We've still got the cup final to come. Aston Villa and West Ham United. Another cracker coming up. Aston Villa looked really good in the semi-final. West Ham, maybe for me, need to just, you'll have a different type of game here. But they got to this stage last year, so they've got recent experience, and their coaches will be saying, can you go one better? Let's see.
So this is the final of the main cup competition. Aston Villa playing in their change yellow and black strip against West Ham United in their claret and blue. Photographs at the beginning of the game. But undoubtedly these are the 2 strongest teams consistently this weekend. They have been performing at a level above the others. Wellington Phoenix perhaps will consider themselves slightly unlucky, but certainly these 2 are the worthy contenders for this title. Aston Villa, 5 times winners. Since 2010 have they last won this competition. They have a long association and a long, very successful association with this tournament. They've brought their best youngsters consistently, and those youngsters have gone on to great footballing careers, not least Mark Albrighton. Plays with Leicester City now. Holder of a Barclays Premier League winners medal. Gabion Bonglior, a legend for Aston Villa. Played here twice. And the list goes on. Craig Gardner, Liam Ridgewell, Gary Cahill. Internationals and winners. The game is underway. West Ham concede the first throw in. It's going to take.
Aston Villa are in the change strip wearing yellow tops and black shorts.
And still the sun shines, Peter. Aston Villa choosing yellow again, obviously lost the toss. Similar kit to West Ham. So wearing the yellow didn't do them any harm in the semi-final against Phoenix. But hot, very hot out there now. The legs will be tired, but they won't mind. 20 minutes away from the end of their weekend, and they'll really, really want to get a winner's medal now.
West Ham. Alex Pike. One time with West Ham, Alex Pike. Nathan Trott, Bermudan. Looking to go long. Defender gets a foot in. Abdu running at the defender. taken off him. That was Canola. Diangana, great save by the goalkeeper. Satic looks to have hurt himself.
It's a world-class save, Pete, but at what cost? He looks like he's really hurt himself here. There was a lot of power in that shot. It was instinctive. He had to go down low. I wonder if his wrist's gone or... Let's have a look again. Great play from West Ham. Nice, unselfish. Caught it perfectly. Look at that.
That's Diangana.
I think it's when he's landed. Is it his elbow? His shoulder. It's when he's landed. I think his elbow's caught the turf.
Well, he's holding his wrist. Well, certainly, it was his left hand that he went down to make the save with.
It's hard to say, isn't it?
It is hard to say.
Well, it doesn't look like he's continuing, that's for certain.
Well, these teams don't come with a spare goalkeeper, so one of the outfield players will need to go in. But great sacrifice from Matis Satic.
I hope they've got a spare goalkeeper's kit out here, because I'm not sure he's going to want to take that off.
So look at the replay from behind the goal.
I think it's his wrist, Pete. You might be right.
Well, certainly had plenty on it, that shot from Grady Diangana.
What do you think would have been more costly, Peter? Letting the goal in and trying to get back in the game, or making the save and losing your goalkeeper? Because they're going to have to make a decision now. It's not like an outfield player. You can't bring him back on. If you substitute him... Oh, is it his finger?
Well, he certainly looks in a lot of pain. I think it's his wrist. He can waggle his fingers.
Yeah. They're going to tape it up. Risky. Physio's there, Dave Belden.
Well, he does look in some discomfort, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does.
I don't think it's worth risking.
No. Can't wear that shirt. It looks the same as the other ones.
I need to put a yellow shirt on there, I think.
Wow. That's going to make for a very, very interesting game now. What a shame to lose the goalkeeper so early in the game. The clock hasn't stopped, so we'll have longer than 10 minutes in this half. But that's the end of his weekend for Sarkic. I think he's had a good tournament as well, Peter.
He has, yes, and that's a real blow for Sartic and real blow for Aston Villa as well. Are West Ham able to take advantage of this? Certainly a goalkeeper can keep you in the game. And certainly Sartic has done there, but at what cost? So Villa will need to be on the attack, but the ball is broken. West Ham are on the offensive. Lewis Page, too deep for him. Diangana, try and keep it in. Some fancy footwork. Skaborg not falling for that. Borg used to play for West Ham, so they'll know each other. Alan O'Hare ending up on the floor.
Comedy of skills and errors.
A somewhat untidy start to this game.
Just wonder, losing the goalkeeper just for 30 seconds a minute there. Aston Villa are a little bit shell-shocked. Hopefully keep the ball for 30 seconds, get their composure, see what they can do.
So Villa trying to mount their first attack. But Murphy keeps it in. First team experience. Alex Pike, also first team experience for West Ham. Murphy again. Comes across, plays the ball. Great opportunity, Kirby. Harry McCurdy couldn't quite get on the end of that, and West Ham were able to break. Diangara. And you certainly know when there's an outfield player. Jordan Cox, who's gone in goal. Certainly quick off his line. And Diangara, who's no slouch, beaten to the ball.
It's a great passage of play. And by the way, that's a tackle that he had to make, because if he didn't make it, then I think that would have been a red card, because he was last man. Fabulous tackle, very good.
Scores are still level, 0-0. Nathan Trott. Well, made life difficult for Pike. It's McCurdy. Shaping to shoot, trying to clear the goalkeeper, but the ball was far too close to him. Couldn't get it out from out away from his body to get any power on the shot. McCurdy scored 2 goals in the semi-final. Long upfield kick from Trott. Borg underneath it. Back to Cox. Long upfield. Akinola is equal to it. Abdu. This time with the possession. We'll go back to Trott. Well, there'll certainly be plenty of time to be added on in this first half. Treatment required by Matis Sartic.
I'd say there's a good 3 to 4 minutes left of this half, Peter.
So neither of these teams allowing the opposition time. Cox having to scramble back, does extremely well. A defensive header. Hector Ingram trying to get in. So Villa now on the offensive. Hepburn Murphy trying to get his shot in, wins the corner. That's Brackett Taylor down as a substitute. It has already come on. Changing passes with Callum O'Hare. Diangara intercept. Now joins the attack. Mackesy not able to do much with that. Wins the corner. Mackesy and Diangara.
I just wonder, Peter, whether West Ham, they've got a very tall striker there, whether they knock a high ball in, see what the keeper's like, substitute keeper in there now, whether they just keep playing football the way that they have. Interesting choice to make. Half-time coming up in a few minutes.
Callum O'Hare clears his lines. Cost of a throw-in. Pike. And using their goalkeeper, Abbott. Reggie Diangara. Hector Ingram. Diangara. Pike. Looked like he might have won the corner there, but ball straight out of play. Aston Villa goal kick. Jordan Cox, not particularly tall. Clears the ball upfield. Lewis Page. Oh, gives the ball away. It's McCurdle. McCurdy. Harry McCurdy opens the scoring for Aston Villa. Lewis Page. Misdirected header. Harry McCurdy was onto it like a flash. Not the ball past the last defender, and a great finish into the corner.
As West Ham, arms spread out, shrugging of shoulders. It just landed right in the middle. McCurdy ran from deep, which he's done all through the tournament, and he slots it into the bottom corner. 1-0 Villa.
McCurdy has been vital for Aston Villa for scoring goals. The first one in this final puts Aston Villa 1-0 up against West Ham. Blackett Taylor. Shadowed back by Hector Ingram. Referee blows for the end of the first half. Plenty of incident. Aston Villa 1, West Ham United 0. Harry McCurdy with the goal that is the difference between the two teams. Aston Villa losing their goalkeeper to injury and having to replace Maciej Sartic with outfield player Jordan Cox. They go in at half-time in the lead.
Full credit to Aston Villa for getting the mentality in the right place. Losing their goalkeeper, a little bit shell-shocked. They've just got on with it. Jordan Cox has come on. He's doing a really good job. He's made a couple of vital interceptions, almost like a defender would. But West Ham will know they've got a chance. Coach will be standing there saying, look, come on. Here we see again. This was the one from McCurdy. I really think that he should have squared that ball, Pete. There's the sweep. Wow, that's a great tackle. It's a good job he got the ball, though, as we said. And here's Jordan Cox. Very brave at the feet there. He's not a regular goalkeeper. Looked very comfortable, and here's the goal. Won the header, fell inside. McCurdy, they didn't see him coming. It's a lovely finish, though. Very, very composed. He's had a great tournament.
Shades of Jack Grealish. How he holds himself, low slung socks.
Very
Rocky
similar,
hair.
don't they? Look very similar.
They do. So that's second half. Harry McCurdy's goal, the difference between the two teams. Maybe Aston Villa to get the game back underway. West Ham with it all to do. We've seen comebacks aplenty this weekend. So West Ham not out of it by any means. Yet to really test the replacement goalkeeper for Aston Villa. I'm sure that would have been mentioned at half-time by Mark Phillips. And the referee gets us underway.
So the second half of the Citi.
So 10 minutes to go to decide this final. One ball up. Pepper Murphy. That's Corey Blackett Taylor. Oh, and there's a beautiful goal. That's Russian Hepburn Murphy. Made all the difference. 2-0 lead instead of 1.
Right at the start of the second half. Villa have come flying out of the traps. Nowhere to go. Watch this, dropped his shoulder, back inside. That's a lovely goal. West Ham look nice and tight. They didn't see that coming. He's made that on his own, hasn't he?
Certainly has. It's Page. Diangara. Page. Ball goes out for a throw-in. So we have been informed that the replacement goalkeeper at Aston Villa is in fact Mitch Clark. So Jordan Cott's getting all the congratulations, but Mitch Clark has in fact taken on the goalkeeper's job. Villa on the attack once more. Callum O'Hare to the goal scorer Hepburn Murphy. Tries to go inside. Akinola wins the corner. Hepburn Murphy certainly made a difference since he came on. He wants it hurried up. Back out to Abdu. And he's happy to go all the way back to Clark. Clark out to Borg. Bikes across. Gives away the throw-in. Borg. Looking for teammates. A few more seconds off the clock. Borg. Now it's crossfield ball easily picked out. Lewis Page. Not happy with that. Hector Ingram had made the angle for him.
Well, he's the skipper, isn't he? And he was unfortunate with the header that led to the first Aston Villa goal. And he's trying to lead by example, but just tried a little bit too hard there. It was a lovely run through.
It's gone all the way through to the opposition goalkeeper. So possession back with Tunji Akinola. Makasi. Grady Diangana. Just recently signed another pro contract. Been at West Ham for many, many years as a youth player. And certainly made a massive impact this weekend. Diangana certainly would be in contention for player of the tournament. Page has to come inside onto his right foot. Well, he's got the accuracy, just not the power. Clark was equal to it. A little bit of a fumble, but tidied up in the end. Mike comes away with the ball. Wants it back quickly. Referee asks if McCurl to get on with it. Ball clears. Throw into West Ham. As we near the halfway point of the second half. 2 goals separating these teams. Aston Villa 2, West Ham United 0. Borg once again takes a few more seconds off the clock. Possession given away. West Ham with another opportunity. Sam Ford, who's come on, second half substitute, not able to test the goalkeeper. On the ball once more. O'Hare tidies up. A quick ball up from him. Keenan Davis, he's on the pitch. Hackett Taylor tried to square the ball across. Could almost have been an own goal from Lewis Page. But solid defending from him.
An own goal would have summed up his match so far, but Villa were breaking with great speed there. There was another man covering, but this is the problem that West Ham have got now, but they're going to have to gamble. There's only 4 minutes to go, and they need 2 goals.
Corner taken short. Davis. He's found Blackett Taylor. He's lost possession. West Ham come away with it. Oh, that's great work by Abdu. This ball across the face of goal though, no one in there. Still need to attack, and quickly. Davis can't keep the ball in for Aston Villa, so it will be a West Ham throw. That's taken quickly. Mike. Carter, second half substitute. A man outside him in Akinola. Carter again. Oh, shot on the turn. Shot on the turn from Sam Ford. Pushed around the goal by replacement goalkeeper Mitch Clark.
Do you sense he's played in goals before, Peter?
Well, he seems to have got his angles right. Big part of it. Akinola finds Pike. He's pushing forward. Ford wins the corner. Some concerted pressure from West Ham, but we're getting towards the last 2 minutes. We've seen things turn very quickly. Villa happy to keep spoiling. Keeping the ball going dead. Carter gets the return. Pike.
Well, it's all or nothing now for West Ham. They've got to press. There's no point staying deep. The keeper's pushed up. Backman's saying push up. He's staying back. But Aston Villa will be penned in here. They just need to clear their lines. Sit tight. Won the ball. Just try and keep that ball now. Oh, he's lost it.
Davis tried to keep it, but O'Hare has the necessary, puts it forward, forcing Captain Lewis Page to put the ball out. More time ticks off the clock.
Lewis Page looks properly fed up, doesn't he?
Davis leaves the ball for Abdu. Blackett Taylor. O'Hare. West Ham come away with the ball. Akinola. Noah Silvestre. He's a Swiss youth international. Second half substitute. West Ham running out of time into the last minute. Need something quick. There's Carter. Wide to Ford. First time shot. Lewis Page had the opportunity to make amends for the header he didn't quite time in the first half.
Gets into some good positions as Lewis Page. Edge of the box there. It's not easy, it's coming across him. First time shot. He's probably about a foot over the bar though. Need to hit the target.
And the clock is ticking down, getting very close to the end of the second half. Silvestre. Right by the referee as he blows his whistle. And Aston Villa are the champions of the 2016 Hong Kong Football Club Citi Soccer Sevens tournament. 2-0 winners against West Ham United. A goal from Harry McCurdy in the first half and Rucian Hepburn Murphy in the second half. The difference between these two teams. So Aston Villa are winners for the 6th time, a record 6th time of this cup competition. And did that with a reserve goalkeeper who is in fact an outfield player.
Mitch Clark almost man of the match because it almost became no big deal for him going in goals. Took the sting out of a few situations. Good tackle, good dive at the feet, good save at this end in the second half. For me, I'd say Villa worthy winners of the tournament, not just for the game, but for the weekend. I'd say that they've been the best team.
I would agree with that. I mean, Aston Villa have shown themselves to be resilient. They've shown that whichever country their opposition comes from, they play their game their way, won't change the way they play. They've been very direct. They've played at pace. And in Harry McCurdy, they possibly have one of the candidates for player of the tournament. Scoring vital goals at the times when they were needed, running deep from his own half. Oscar Borg, very, very solid at the back. And as they walk across the pitch to collect the trophy, a very tired-looking bunch. Certainly a lot of energy expended, but well worth it when you win a trophy. And with the sort of season that Aston Villa have had at first team level, I'm sure any sort of victory, any sort of silverware, and certainly something as prestigious as this tournament, will be very welcome back at Villa Park.
Well, it does also beg the question, is this now an opportunity? I'm sure some of the Villa fans would love to see, you know, kids with passion coming through the system, coming through the into the first team in the championship, and trying to get them back to the Premier League where they belong. But this may well be the best opportunity that they have. They've obviously got a great crop of kids coming through, especially McCurdy. He's like Grealish in disguise, isn't he?
Yeah, it certainly is. And the strength of Aston Villa has always been through their youth system, how they're able to bring players through and get them into first team. And then even if they don't make it with Aston Villa, we've seen other players, you know, go out into the broader professional game and continue to have Premiership careers.
Well,
it is a great testament to their youth system, how many good players who turn into be very, very good Premier League standard players they produce.
Absolutely, and it's been proven not just with Villa but with Newcastle this season that money does not necessarily buy you success, does it?
Absolutely. As West Ham collect their runners-up medals, Tunji Akinoa, as Lewis Page getting his. West Ham also should be very proud of their contribution this weekend. Runners-up for the second year. I'm sure that will only give them extra momentum for wanting to come back next year and take that next step and pick up the trophy. But a strong side just couldn't quite make it through the final. Two goals taken very well by the Aston Villa team. The difference between the sides, and you can see by the look on their faces, a lot of disappointment, but I'm sure they'll look back on this weekend in the future with a lot of great memories.
They'll have learned a lot, certainly, not just the experience of playing sevens, travelling to Hong Kong, but also playing in the heat peak. You know, you never know if they go on to play in national football, playing in World Cups somewhere around the world. They'll draw on this experience, there's no doubt about it. Let's hope they go on to bigger and better things.
So Aston Villa come up to collect their Woodens medals, and thoroughly deserved they are too. Mitch Clark has put on his proper shirt. Replacement goalkeeper Keenan Davis, and there's McCurdy, I should call him. Jordan Cox, Corey Blackett-Taylor, Lucian Hepburn-Murphy scored his goal in the final. He had some previous. Hepburn-Murphy has played for the first team, was identified before the tournament as someone to watch, and has certainly lived up to his billing.
Weber Lowe of Citi presenting.
Top champions, Aston Villa.
Aston Villa celebrating their victory. Up goes the trophy. They're absolutely delighted. And a thoroughly deserved victory in this tournament. Plenty of snaps. Plenty of pictures will be going on Facebook, Twitter.
And so
The medal is dropped.
On behalf of the organisers,
But not to worry, there is the Champions Trophy. Congratulations, Aston
we
Villa.
thank you very much for supporting the tournament. And of course, we look forward to seeing you next year and have a safe journey home. Good night.
So that is the conclusion of the HKFC City Soccer Sevens 2016. Many congratulations to Aston Villa, who are the victors, and to all the teams that competed this weekend. So from myself and from Neil Jensen, we will bid you farewell.
Hello. Thomas! Thomas!
Hello? Hello?